Happy Thursday, amazing ones. This is Krystal Lucier, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Krystal Lee Moore, with Royal LePage Triland Realty in London, Ontario, Canada. And this is episode 10 of Realtor Life, a fun and entertaining way to learn about life in the trenches as a real estate professional in Ontario, and hopefully to learn about some valuable lessons and takeaways. Now for this week's 5 circle goals, inspired by Buffini & Company, which are goals for the 5 circles of our lives: spiritual, family, business, financial, and personal. I hope you're choosing goals for yourselves every week and writing them down. As a reminder, if you do need a goal sheet, please reach out and I'm happy to share. My spiritual goal this week is to learn a new song on my ukulele, To Make You Feel My Love, which to me feels like a song right off of the Wow albums. For my family goal, my husband and I just finished watching the series Imposters on Netflix, and we're going to choose a new series to watch together. On weekends, we have coffee in the hot tub every morning so that we feel like we're on vacation. So part of the goal is to make sure that we continue that even in this busy season of realtor life. For my business goal, I'm focusing on delegating more to my assistant so that I can focus on my amazing clients. For my financial goal, I'm trying to limit spending and pay attention to what I'm spending money on. I'm in a great mastermind group for Pathway to Mastery with Buffini & Company, and a recommendation was that I write down every single thing I spend my money on for the next 30 days. It's a challenge. Who's in? And finally, for my personal goal, my fitness is hanging in there, but I'm also focused on personal care and surrounding myself with positivity and support. It matters. I hope that hearing about my 5 circle goals has inspired you to choose or write down your own 5 circle goals, and I would love to hear more about them. You can go to my website at www.krystalleemore.ca to find my contact info, or send me an email at krystalleemore@royallepage.ca. Now, on to this week's story. It is a jungle out there, winning in the world of home buying in 2021. Wow. I think that might be the only acceptable word for the seller's market in Southern Ontario this year. And by this year, I'm referring to 2021. We are barely 4 weeks in, but the landscape has taken a sharp and steep directional turn. I'm a real estate broker in London, Canada, and my business is made up of buyers and sellers equally. And the buyers are having a tough go this year. Homes that would normally sell for $200,000 to $400,000 are going for $300,000 to $750,000. Not kidding. And the number of offers on each home is actually shocking. The highest number of offers I have ever heard of, and I do mean ever, be it hearsay, Google, Reddit, standing around the water machine, 73. 73 offers. I'm not kidding, it's not a typo, 73. And the agent who listed that home that got 73 offers, who's a colleague of mine, he wasn't a local agent. His market is 2 hours east of London, but he didn't even price the home that low. It was actually priced reasonably. Homes are going for tens of thousands of dollars over their list price and over their value in some cases. There are good, legitimate reasons for most of this. Firstly, interest rates are at an all-time low, so it is an amazing time to borrow money. They're also set to remain low for at least 2 years. There is, and has been for some time, a housing shortage in Canada, but even more specifically in Southern Ontario. COVID-19 has changed the climate of real estate. When your commute has gone from driving down the 401 or driving down any road really for hours to walking from your bedroom to your home office or your living room, it doesn't really matter where you live. Even smaller cities like London, Woodstock, Kitchener, Brantford, and Guelph, Ontario, who were busy before, are even busier now. And then there's the investors. Look out. These people have money to spend, and they're even less picky, and they're devouring real estate faster than it can be listed. All this to say, it is a trying time for first-time buyers who just want a chance to own a home. Not their second home, not a rental property, just their first shot at building equity when their children are small and they are working hard. And as they hear about 7, 10, 15, and 20 offers per house, and then they find out that the houses are selling for $50,000 to $200,000 over the initial price, and by the way, way over what they could afford, it can be discouraging. I ask my clients to trust me. I ask them to have all of their ducks in a row, to be pre-approved, to have their deposit ready, to have their down payment ready, and maybe even to have some yoga breathing exercises on hand, just in case the stress gets too bad. This week, we were able to navigate quite the situation with some first-time home buyers who I'm working with, an amazing family. On Monday, there were 3 separate offer presentations happening for homes that my clients wanted. And this was after they had been heartbroken on the weekend because they lost out on one of the homes that they loved. The first home had an early offer time on Monday, and even though they liked it a lot, it wasn't more important to them than the one with a 2 p.m. deadline. We offered on the short time that we did, and for that second home, we gave a 3-hour window. We were set to offer on another property at 5 p.m. It's very important when you're doing this that you make sure that the deadlines match up, because you really don't want a situation where your client ends up owning more than one home. That would be a disaster. So the 2 p.m. home actually got delayed, and we were too late to send in our offer for the 5 p.m. home. And separately, the agent for that 5 p.m. home told us he wouldn't even welcome our offer unless it showed up right at 5 p.m. Maybe it was fate. After we found out that that second home was not going to happen, it ended up going for over $100,000 more than it was listed for. We talked about that first home again. It was still available. And even though they had an offer earlier that day, it was not the offer they wanted. So we decided to submit a good but not outrageous offer with a financing condition. Yes, I said it, a financing condition. As far as I'm concerned, if you can put in a condition, you should. The offer came back. The agent advised that it was too low. In fact, even though we had offered over the list price, the price we offered would leave the seller at a loss. Oh dear. So then I asked a question that we do not often get to ask, because usually we don't get an answer. I asked the agent, "What's it going to take?" She knew that there may be offers coming in the next day, but at the moment, we were the only ones coming to the table. The answer came back, and I got to work. Now remember, this is now Monday, 10 p.m. on a Monday evening. I called my clients. They were on board with the price. I called their lender, a superstar who made himself available for us late Monday. He said he was 99% sure that this would work. And then I ran the numbers. I tend to be pretty conservative when it comes to my clients because they trust me, and it's very important that I earn that trust. So I looked at comparables, and then I looked at comparables again, and I talked to my clients. I was pretty sure that this was going to work. It was a great home for them, amazing condition. Everything inside was brand new. It was close to their friends. It was close to downtown. It had an awesome backyard. So I talked to the agent, told her we were sending it over, and she said, yes. We got everything signed, sent it over, and waited. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. I don't even know if anyone was breathing. And finally, we got that accepted offer back, and everyone was so excited. My clients, the first-time buyers who had lost out on so many offers and were really starting to give up hope, finally got to do the happy dance and be so excited about buying their first home. And I can tell you that the financing has all been approved. The house actually was worth it, and all will be good at the end of the day. This isn't always the case. Sometimes when you go over a list price, if the value isn't there, then the clients have to come up with the additional money. Or in horrible cases, maybe the deal wouldn't even close. But that's why I love that we can do our research and we work with reputable lenders, and we really, really have the client's best interest in mind. So, what did we learn from this? When you're working with clients and they're first-time buyers, especially in a market such as this one, you really need to manage their expectations. It does need to be a logical decision, but it's their home. It's where they're going to be raising their family. So it's important that everybody understand that it will be a little bit emotional. Coach them through it. Every home could be their home at the right price. And after a certain price, it's just not the right home for them. It's hard for people to understand that, but if you've explained it, sometimes it can be easier. Make sure they're working with someone on the lending side who cares about them and who really, really wants them to not only own a home, but to be able to afford that home and to be able to be happy with the payments and to have everything organized and really be able to answer their questions. It's also important that you find out what your clients want and what is most important to them. Rapport with other agents is so important. Because I had a great rapport with the agent for this home, we were able to work something out together where everyone was happy. And that mutual respect and professionalism is so important. And then finally, just remember that you are doing your very, very best. Real estate in 2021 can be an emotional roller coaster for everyone involved, but keep going. Don't quit. Don't skip important steps just to get a sold sign, because at the end of the day, your reputation is really all you have, and you want happy clients today and happy clients for the long term. Because it's not just about today's sale. You can be their person, their guide, and their expert for the entire time that you are working. And the relationships you'll develop, the friendships you'll create, really, it makes it all worth it in the end. So I hope this has been helpful. That's it for this week. If you have any questions, please reach out. Any comments, you can find me on Instagram at Your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Facebook at Krystal Moore Real Estate Sales, or by going to my website at www.krystalleemore.ca. Stay healthy, happy, and grateful, and here's to a week of calm of joy, of love, and of laughter at home. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.